Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. Today we're going to do a quick little video about the BX80 series. It's Kubota's bread and butter. They have three models in that. In the 80 series you have the BX1880, 2380 and then 2680. We're going to do a little bit of an overview of the 1880 and then we're going to combine the 23 and 26 together to talk a little bit about that. So let's dive right into it and start talking about the 1880. The BX1880 is the smallest tractor Kubota has that has the loader capabilities for it. You can get the same loader on all three units. It would be an LA340 either with quick attach or non-quick attach. They all have the same loader setup where they have the four quick releases there to remove your loader. You know, after that, the BX1880, you're going to have a nice one-piece metal hood. So the BX1880 is powered by a 3-cylinder Kubota diesel. You know, it produces 18 horsepower, which means on your PTO you're going to be down around 13, 14. So it can get a little underpowered in that case whenever you're dealing with like a rear snowblower. Better suited for using loader applications or whenever you're just cutting grass. Again, once you get into lots of PTO work, it would be recommended to move up in the horsepower. So whenever you're talking about the mower decks on the 1880, you can either get a 48 or 54. The 48s will work on the other units, but it is exclusively recommended for the 1880. Moving a little bit farther back, you know, you got your 2-range hydrostatic transmission. Your loader controls are integrated right into the fender, just like the other BXs. It's got that nice wide platform. All three BX80 series tractors are built on that platform. You know, it comes with the mid PTO as well as the rear. You got a nice seat here. It's not as deluxe as the other ones, as the 23 and 26 horsepower, but it is nice. It is still an upgrade over what you'll see on like an LO1. So it is a nice seat, there's no doubt about it, just not as nice as the other ones. And one of the other things you won't see is tilt steering on it. And after that, you'll see that it does have smaller tires compared to the other BXs. It is exclusive for that line, for the 18 horsepower to have these smaller tires. And then dealing with the 1880 is price tag. It is quite a bit less than what you're going to get with the 23 or 26. So that is a price point tractor. Usually it is a price fighter from Kubota to be competitive with everybody else in that market. So that kind of gives you a quick overview of what 1880 has to offer. We're going to move on to the 23 and 26 now. So whenever you're dealing with the 2380 and 2680, some of the key takeaways for it over the 1880 are starting out front here, you're going to be dealing with bigger tires. There's quite different tire packages available. You have your Turf, Industrial, and Bar, and then the brand new R14s. And then dealing with them, they're all going to be a bigger size tire than what you're going to see on the 1880. All the BXs have loader capability for them, whether you go with the quick attach or the standard pin-on. And then moving a little bit farther back, some of the other key differences you're going to see is the tilt steering now on the units. And then you're going to see a nice high back seat. It is a very deluxe seat, a very comfortable seat, and it's probably one of the best ones out there on the market. Dealing a little bit too with the horsepowers, so whenever you have the 2380, it's obviously 23 horsepower compared to the 26. The 26, some of the key features on it with that extra horsepower is it doesn't rattle as much on startup. You'll see that on the other BXs, it's just kind of the nature of it being a smaller tractor. You are actually able to use some of the functions on an idle where you don't have that on the BXs, where you usually have to rev it up to 1500, 2000 RPMs before it really starts moving for you. Whereas the 26, just because it has a little bit extra horsepower, a little bit more hydraulic flow and stuff, you're able to do a little bit on idle, kind of like a bigger tractor. Some of the other things too is your mower decks. With the 23 and 26, you are able to get a 54 and 60-inch mower deck, and you are able to get the drive over or just the standard roll under decks for either one. And then your 3-point hitch, both the exact same on that. Get the same implements, sized appropriately from Land Pride. And then whenever you're dealing with clearance, the 23 and 26 are about an inch more clearance than what you're going to get on the 1880. Most of that is going to be in your tires, where you're going to see that extra clearance. So those are some of the key features that are exclusive to the 23 and 26 over the 1880. And those being larger tire size, tilt steering, deluxe seat, more horsepower. The downside to it all is a little bit more cost. Obviously the 2380 is going to be a little bit more than the 18, and the 26 than the 23 kind of idea. So if you come into our dealership saying, you know, I'm interested in a BX tractor, first question we're going to ask you is, are you considering a backhoe? Obviously if you're looking at a backhoe, you're going to be dealing with a BX23S. If not, The next follow-up question is, what all are you hoping to accomplish with the BX? I only have a couple acres. I'm looking to cut grass and move a little bit of snow in the winter with my loader, just regular yard maintenance. You're going to be focusing either on the 23 or 1880, and then the last question to decide which one will be your budget, and then see which one fits that. If you come in and answer differently to some of those questions, like you know, I have 5 to 10 acres, I have a rather large driveway, but I do have some narrow spots where I still need a smaller tractor in the BX lineup, then you're going to be looking at the 2680. Basically, all it really comes down to for the 2680 is how much you're going to be using the PTO, or you could be that person that just has to have the most horsepower in that lineup, because there is people out there who love that. They love more horsepower. So 2680 is mostly for PTO work, is whenever it's going to be recommended to you. So here at our dealership, we sell about 5 to 1, 5 BX2380s, then you know, one 1880 and one 2680, because it all really comes down to this being your best value buy, and then on each end of the spectrum, which one you're looking at, whether it's the 18 or the 26, to best suit your needs. So that brings us to the end of today's video, comparing the BX1880 to the 23 and 2680. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe, and if you have any comments, please leave them down below.